You are striving to enhance your life in every way possible, but are you doing it right? What do you actually need to enhance your life experience? While addressing a gathering, Sadhguru shares how you should be enhancing your life to its capabilities to simplify it.
See, all arrangements that we make in our lives are supposed to enhance our life, isn't it? Why do you get educated? Because you think it'll enhance your life. Why somebody gets married? Because they think it'll enhance their life. Why people have children? Because they think it'll enhance their life. Why they're doing business? Because they think it'll enhance their life. But look at people's faces and see, before they got educated, before they got married, before they had children, how they were and how they have become today. Does it look like they're enhanced? Hello? They become like this. So obviously, they made so many arrangements that they cannot handle. They made more arrangements than they can actually handle, isn't it so? They did not make arrangements consciously, what is needed for me? Their problem is, she is every day going shopping, so I also want to go shopping. I don't know what to shop, but I'll shop something and come, because she's also shopping, my neighbor. So because they're in this condition, though there is no container service at the end of life, most homes have turned into warehouses. Most people have things in their homes that they have not used for a year or two and still there. They can't give it away, but it is cluttering their life in such a way they have to trip all over the place to walk around in their homes. Because they did not build this home, they did not buy these things, they did not form these relationships as a way of enhancing their life. They are using everything to entangle their life. You make whatever the kind of arrangements you make, but the kind of arrangements you can handle, isn't it? You don't try to make arrangements like somebody else and you don't know how to handle. Why do you make an arrangement that you don't need? If you make an arrangement that you don't need, these arrangements will become entangling. So if you… what kind of arrangement is best for you? You just make that. A spider weaves a web for other things to be caught. But if you're that kind of a spider, you build a web in which you're caught, you're a stupid spider, isn't it? And most human beings are in that condition. You made an arrangement in such a way, if something significant happens here, you are going this way, if something really significant happened this way, you can go this way. Your arrangements will not trap you. This is an intelligent life.
You would have given your best effort, but to no avail. You ended up on the wrong side. Everything seems right except the results. Does this keep repeating? What can you do to be on the right side? Listen to Sadhguru as he explains why things go out of control and how you can turn the tide once and for all.
If you just happen to be in the wrong type of ambience, negative things can hit you. To always end up in the right place in your life, it's a certain talent, don't think it's luck. In the spiritual traditions, in any spiritual tradition, always Sangha, or association, or to be in the right kind of company has always been a very important part of one's growth. Because rarely are there human beings, just a small percentage, who, irrespective of where they are, they will still stay on course. All other human beings need support. If they're not in the right company, there's very little chance of them doing the right things. Unfortunately, that's a reality. It is not necessarily a misfortune, because what this means is they are open to influence. It is the responsibility of the social fabric to create the right atmosphere for every individual, to grow towards what is beautiful for the individual and for everybody else around him. But not always, or rarely, societies conduct this responsibility. In the right sense, because societies are not led. Societies are allowed to go through a metamorphosis depending upon what is the influence. In that direction it grows. So to be under the right kind of influence, an influence which nurtures you towards your ultimate truth, an influence which gives you the necessary courage and strength to walk the path of integrity. Because with a weak sense of integrity, nobody is ever going to be spiritual. And this must be understood, that for bad things to hit you, it need not necessarily be aimed at you. If you just happen to be in the wrong type of ambience, negative things can hit you. That reminds me, two terrorists were preparing envelope bombs, postal bombs. After having done quite a few, one asked the other, "Have you filled enough? Do you think we have filled enough RDX into the envelopes?" The other said, "Why don't you open it and see?" He said, "Oh, it will explode if I open it." I said, "You fool, it's not even addressed to you. It need not be addressed to you. You open the wrong can, it'll blow up in your face. This is so in the world, this is so within you. There are lots of bins in your head. You open up the wrong bin, worms will crawl out. You open up another bin, fragrance will come out of it. Have you noticed yourself? Have you yourself noticed within you? If you open certain part of your mind, filth will come out. If you open another part of your mind, fragrance will come out. Have you not noticed? To be conscious enough, to be in the right company so that filth will not be tolerated, so that you open up the fragrance within you, not the filth, is an important part of one's growth. It is just that there is enough garbage in every place. There's enough garbage in the ashram also, so many people living. I'm sure there's enough filth. But we sit here with nice breeze and fragrance. We don't go sit there where there is filth. The same goes within you. Within the geography of your body, there is filth and fragrance. Which one do you open up for yourself and everybody around you? That's a big question. That takes a certain level of awareness and a certain company. If you go around the ashram, the geography of the ashram, there must be at least 8 or 10 very filthy tanks. These are called septic tanks, full of septic. If you every day go sit there, of course you'll come to the conclusion, Isha Yoga Center is the filthiest place on the planet. If you fall into it, Isha Yoga is the most horrible experience in your life. But you're not supposed to fall into that pit, you're supposed to fall into this pit. But you got the geography wrong because you have a wrong history. Your karma is your history, isn't it? Shankaran Pillai decided he is going to be a robber because none of his businesses were working, nobody was giving him a job, so he decided he will go and rob somebody. So he got himself a country-made gun. Late night he walked into a 7-Eleven shop, pointed the gun at the clerk who was there and said, "Give me the money or your geography." The clerk said, "Well, what you mean is history, isn't it?" "Shut up, don't try to change the subject." No, we are not talking about different subjects, there's only one subject, that's you. But you can either fall in this pit or that pit. That will be your experience of life. So to fall into the right place, it is a certain talent. You have to grow into it, you have to mature into it. You always know how to be in the right place. If you're in the company of truth, your interiority is pleasant. If your interiority is pleasant, naturally pleasant things come towards you. And you will also have a tendency to move towards pleasant things. If you make your interiority unpleasant, you will attract unpleasant things. So when you get a depression, where do you go and sit? But don't swim in the septic tank because you're in a bad mood. When you're in a bad mood, you will seek 5 other people who are in a bad mood. No, when you're in a bad mood, you must seek 5 people who are in a good mood, isn't it? No, but that's not the way. When you're in a black mood, you will seek 5 other people who are in the same mood, isn't it? That's just like going to the septic tank for a swim because you're depressed. Wrong way to handle life, that's all. I'm not saying you should not do it. Just not in your favor, that's all. It is just that you have become so self-sufficient, you don't need any enemies anymore in your life. That's a lot of self-sufficiency. It will not be, fragrance of a jasmine upon the spring breeze, no. It will be an uphill task, a battle, all the time a battle. You start at whichever level of truth you know. You don't have to start at the ultimate truth, you cannot. However you understand truth, you start with that. You understand truth as, let's say, speaking truth, please start with that. You understand truth as being gentle to everything around you, start with that, it doesn't matter where you start. Whichever way you understand truth, you start from that and see how to take a step every day.
That's it. Take that step every day and you will realize the things you have missed so far. A better life is not always a sophisticated one. There are other, simpler methods, as you saw today, that can create a joyful life. Click on the video shown to see more from us. What would you like to see in the next video? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. Like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.